Prima Media in Johannesburg, this is the Real Economy Report. With the global mining industry facing a challenging commodities downturn, industrial equipment supplier Weir Minerals is focusing on developing pump designs that improve the cost effectiveness and lifespan of their pumps. Robin Wilkinson tells us more.
In order to help mines extend their lifespans and continue operating in difficult economic times, Weir Africa and Middle East Sales and Marketing Director Rob Fawcett says that the company has prioritized cost effectiveness in their product development. This has seen a renewed focus on attempting to balance the cost of pump components with the longevity of the components and energy savings.
I think from a technology perspective, we've been looking quite closely at the design of the product, the energy efficiency of the product, and ultimately the longevity. So taking those elements, we've combined them together to produce products. And for example, the WRT, which stands for Wear Reduction Technology, we have come up with a retrofittable option for the Warman pumps that then provide the customers with a product that reduces their total cost of ownership. And from what we've done in terms of test results, we've seen about a 20% reduction in terms of the overall cost if they apply this technology, which is retrofittable quite easily. There's no change in the actual pump itself. It's just as you open it up for repair, you retrofit the parts, and with time, you obviously get those benefits. However, every application is different, as explained, with particle size, particle shape, the densities, concentrations, and the pump environment that it operates in. So we are conservative in terms of our predictions, where at certain mines we've shown far greater improvement than what I've just quoted you. And we're looking at our materials technology as well. So we have our own foundry and rubber capabilities. So we're always looking to stretch those material options, A61, A62, A63. There's A300, which we've produced as well. And these are various grades of high chrome iron, or hyperchromes as we call them, that then further extend the wear performance of those parts in conjunction with the technology. And we have that in-house foundry capability, so we're not reliant on a third party to try and produce something for us, or a recipe that they'll make which everybody else would use at the end of the day. So we control that technology as well, and make sure that the guys get the very best in every single part that we produce for them, to make sure that we reduce their total cost of ownership, or TCO as we call it.
Weir has improved the original designs of its centrifugal slurry pump, which has been a benchmark product in the slurry pumping market for some 40 years, through the development of its range of WBH pumps. The WBH offers the unique feature of single-point adjustment, which has significant implications for the wear life of the pump.
We have a product called the which worldwide has been accepted as probably the leader in slurry pumping, and has set the benchmark. And when you have a benchmark like that, it's fairly difficult to beat it and exceed it. But there were a number of areas that we looked at when designing that pump unit, and one of them was that the adjustment of the front liner. So we wanted a full face adjustment between the impeller and the throat push, across the entire face of the throat push. And while we were adjusting it, our research sort of reflected that if we could rotate the throat push, we would just by doing that, without changing materials, we'd produce quite a significant improvement in the wear performance. So one of the key features of the WBH pump is a single point. So there's one big a nut on the cover plate of the pump unit, and through a quarter of a turn we can affect the adjustment of the gap between the impeller and throat push, and it rotates it at the same time. So this unique sort of adjustment mechanism allows us to do something that for the last 40 or 50 years that we've known would be an ideal option on a slurry pump. and we've introduced that in combination with the wear reduction technology, which is available on the AH pumps, and some other unique designs that we've done on the volute to really make this, hopefully, well, not hopefully, but we are very confident that this WBH pump in the years to come will set the new benchmark as the slurry pump that people want in their plants.
Ware has also developed a range of WBV heavy-duty vertical cantilevered slurry pumps for sump pump applications. These can be retrofitted to manage the build-up of solids in a sump pump, which can block the pump and cause spillages in a plant if not cleared.
One area with the new environmental legislations and controls that are coming across the world, that sump cleanup and to keep the plant clean and tidy was an area of not concern, but an area of focus. And one of the big areas, especially around the mill side, is that high concentration of large particles or fine particles that tend to bog, what we call, or clog up the sumps. And then when you put the wash water in, there's not sufficient agitation to actually then clear those sumps out. Traditional submersible pumps have an external agitator, which when running in high solids concentrations or with no liquid tend to wear out fairly quickly. So what we looked at was an integral design as part of our impeller and strainer option. So what happens with this particular unit is when you do a sump washdown, the impeller then takes a certain amount of the flow and deflects it back into the sump and agitates, that uses to agitate the remaining solids in the sump, and through that it is able to debog those particular sumps. And the option that we're looking at, we have a complete pump unit which is redesigned, or you can actually retrofit these to the existing SP range of pumps, so that the customer he can either keep his stock holding and apply this to specific sumps, convert the whole lot, or have a mixture of the two without having a huge amount of extra costs with regards to the existing installed base of SP pumps that he currently has in his plants.
Fawcett says that with these products, as well as Ware's well-established range of rubber-lined pumps for mill circuits, the company has sought to offer their clients innovative solutions for each aspect of mining pumping processes.
We've looked at each of those aspects of the plant to try and improve the process, improve and give the customer what he's looking for, and try and reduce the problems he's having on his plants, and find innovative solutions to every aspect of his pumping scenarios related to the products that we're offering him.
That's Creamer Media's Real Economy Report. Join us again next week for more news and insights into South Africa's real economy.